and welcome to another episode of Unboxing with Paul. And today, I bring you Samsung Galaxy A02S. Samsung's refresh to their starter smartphone. Let's take a look at it. So, even though this phone has been released earlier this year, it is just now, on May 7th, that this phone is being released and being made available for Metro by T-Mobile. However, there were some compromises that were made in order to be able to offer you that 6.5-inch screen size at a lower price. Let's go ahead and take out the phone itself. We're gonna put that aside. Obviously, we got terms and conditions, safety, all the usual stuff. We got a USB-C to USB-A cable, a very important distinction to make in 2021, as well as Samsung's wall adapter that is rated for 15 watts. And we also got a SIM ejector tool that is those the cheap twisted wire kind. Let's go ahead and put that back in the box. Gonna put that aside. Now for the phone itself, like I said earlier, we do get this is a 6.5-inch 720 by 1600 IPS LCD display. It's not the most amazing thing in the world, but again, it is pretty good and it is pretty big, and we're gonna see how it looks. Up at the front, we have a 5-megapixel selfie camera that I don't know how well it's gonna do. And since we're talking about cameras, we might as well go ahead and take a look at our camera array that we have back here. Back here, and you guys already know that the whole macro camera thing, it's more bark than bite. It's almost useless, honestly. Back here we got, like I said, our 13-megapixel wide angle, our 2-megapixel macro, and another 2-megapixel depth lens, as well as our LED flash. And you can see that even though this is colored black, there's texture to this. I don't know how well you can see that. Some of it goes this way, and then some of it goes that way with this nice diamond pattern to it. It looks nice, but at the same time, I'm gonna guess that they're starting to run out of things to put on their phones. So as I said earlier today, this is Samsung's starter smartphone, and of course, some compromises were made in order to bring you such a large screen size at such a low price. And of course, some of those compromises were made in the communications, as we only got single band wireless N instead of dual band Wi-Fi AC, and we get Bluetooth 4.2 instead of Bluetooth 5.0 or above. In addition to that, we do not get NFC, so you will not be able to do Google Pay or Google Wallet or Samsung Wallet, whatever it is. You're not going to be able to do any of that. In addition to that, the phone comes in at, 192 grams. So, sorry, scratch that. It's 194 grams. So it is 9 grams lighter than the Galaxy A12. That is due in part to its nice and massive 5,000 milliamp hour battery, which is going to be crucial to bringing a longer battery life and allowing you to use this phone throughout the whole day rather than just for a few hours. And we're starting to see a trend in smartphone manufacturers putting bigger and bigger batteries into their smartphones, as they know that people use them way more than what they used to before. And as far as our internals go, we are running, a Snapdragon 450 with 1.8 gigahertz on the processor, and I believe it is an octa-core, and all 8 cores are clocked in at the same speed. In addition to that, we have 32 gigabytes of storage, and I'm going to go ahead and go on a wild guess that this is the one with 3 gigabytes on the RAM, as there are 3 different versions available for this phone. 32 gigabytes with 2 gigabytes of RAM, 32 gigabytes with 3 gigabytes of RAM, and finally 64 gigabytes with 4 gigabytes of RAM. We're going to find out for sure once we run our Geekbench score. So let's go ahead and see. So right away, you guys can see that it takes a little bit for it to do things such as a simple screen rotate. It definitely took it a little bit. And right now, we can see that it's definitely chugging along. So I'm going to guess it's that processor, it's that older processor. Let's go and turn up the brightness of our phone. Turn it all the way up. So obviously we only get a single speaker all the way down at the bottom, but it seems, the viewing angles on it are kind of okay. They're not that bad actually, because I can hold it up to you guys and I can still see it fairly well. Let's go ahead and try to get it there. Hold it sideways. Show one of our other videos.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Boxing with Paul. Today, I bring you the artist sound, or is it art plus sound, Chroma wireless tube speaker.
I wish this was louder though. It's not very loud.
Any further with this, let me just set your expectations. And I do apologize. Anyway.
This is loud as it goes. Super tinny. There's supposed to be like bass right there. Boom, 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 boom. Very weak. But again, this is Samsung's starter phone, so I wasn't expecting too much out of there, honestly. So the phone itself is nicely laid out. I think that they always pick very nice complementary backgrounds in order to show off the phone. We do see the My Metro bloatware, the usual stuff that we do have, Spotify, YouTube Music, and the usual Samsung bloatware, of course. But other than that, there doesn't seem to be too many other things. I do praise the fact that they have gotten rid of Bixby. You know, that it's no longer here when you swipe left. That's a very welcome addition. I didn't really go over the phone with you guys, but let's go ahead. On the left side, it looks like we got our SIM/SD card tray. At the very top of the phone, we get nothing but a pinhole microphone, as well as our speaker grill for the earpiece. At the very right of the phone, we get our volume rocker and our power button. Now, you guys know that I hate this. If you've been watching my channel for a little bit, you guys know that this definitely drives me up the wall, because sometimes you can get these confused or press them on accident. At the very bottom of the phone, we have our speaker grill, our Type-C port for charging and data transfer, one more pinhole microphone, as well as a headphone jack, which is very nice to have in 2021. Now, finally, let's go ahead and see how our camera does. So, go ahead and this is our selfie camera. But let's go ahead and see how video looks. So then, let's try this out. This is what video looks and sounds like on the main camera of the Galaxy A32. I should have probably done this sideways. Yeah, it's okay. Is what video looks and sounds like on the selfie camera of the Galaxy A21. Even though it is atrocious quality, I think that the lighting in here definitely saves it and definitely makes it look a lot better than what it actually is. And the only thing that's left for me to do is for me to run the Geekbench test for you guys. Now, I'm not gonna run this phone through too many more paces. I think I already got a pretty good idea of its performance, as it simply struggled just to rotate an image on YouTube. I do definitely expect this to be lacking in terms of processing power. I would definitely say go ahead and save your money and at the very, very least get the Galaxy A12, because I definitely think that they made some compromises here, not just with the processor, the screen, the wireless on it, no NFC. It's just, I think it's okay if you want a large screen. Large screen for not a lot of money. This is definitely going to be the choice, but I would seriously say stay away from this. And again, at the very, very least, if you're really not trying to spend any money at all, go ahead and go with the Galaxy A12, because this is going to have you, it's going to have you very upset. It's going to have you very annoyed. Again, I don't even need to run the Geekbench score. I feel like this is gonna score really, really low. I think on the single core, I think we might even get something as low as a 160, 150. I might be wrong. Maybe on the multi-core, we might get something like at 700 or 600. I might be wrong, but this definitely feels like 150 score on the single core. So give me a second, and I'm gonna go ahead and run Geekbench for you guys. Okay guys, and we are back, and what did I tell you? I literally flipping told you guys we were gonna get like a 150 something on the what is it? On the single core, and we got a 128. That is just god awful. Like, I even have my guitar, because this thing was taking so long in completing that Geekbench score, that Geekbench test, that I just pulled out my guitar and I started playing. Anyway, a 128 on the single core, that is god awful. We got a 180 on the Galaxy A20, and that phone is 2 years old at this point. We got a 481 on the, that is just so bad. And again, one processor, 8 cores, all at 1.8 gigahertz, and it looks like we only get the 2 gigabyte version. This thing took forever to complete this. That is just so bad. Look at that. The Galaxy A71 had a 500 for the single core. We had a 128. And for the multi-core, we got a 481. My goodness. Like, our multi-score was less than the Galaxy A71's single core. That is just embarrassing. Anyway, I'm not going to shame this phone anymore. This is just bad. Nobody asked for this. Literally nobody asked for this. I think everybody was perfectly happy with the Galaxy A01, the Galaxy J2, the Galaxy J3, and the Galaxy A21, or the Galaxy A20. If you wanted something, with a bigger screen, that is bad. Anyway, I'm not gonna dog this one anymore. If there are topics you'd like for me to talk about, if there are items you'd like for me to cover, go ahead and let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe. It really helps. You guys are seeing there are ads in front of my videos, yet I'm not monetized. So let's go ahead and help me get monetized. I really appreciate that. And as always, thanks for watching.